Today's update brings two important changes together in one clear conversation, and this message is meant to speak directly to seniors, retirees, and anyone who depends on Social Security or related benefits. Right now, many people are hearing mixed reports about new stimulus developments and a possible increase in Social Security payments, and that confusion can cause stress and uncertainty. This update explains what is actually happening, why these changes matter, and how they may affect monthly income, budgeting, and financial stability. Everything here is explained in calm, simple language so it can be understood without any special background knowledge, and the focus stays on facts that are useful in everyday life. The first thing to understand is that these changes did not appear out of nowhere. Over the past several months, rising living costs, housing pressure, medical expenses, and grocery prices have continued to stretch fixed incomes. Policymakers have been under steady pressure to respond to those realities, especially for older adults who rely heavily on predictable monthly payments. As a result, two developments are now being discussed and, in some cases, implemented at the same time. One involves renewed stimulus-style financial relief, and the other involves adjustments to Social Security payments that can affect long-term income. Stimulus updates can be confusing because the word stimulus has been used to describe different types of support over the years. In this context, stimulus does not always mean a single large check arriving in the mail. Sometimes it refers to targeted payments, temporary credits, relief programs, or financial adjustments aimed at easing specific pressures. For seniors, stimulus-related changes often focus on helping with essentials such as food, housing, utilities, and medical costs. These measures are designed to provide breathing room during periods of high inflation or economic uncertainty. At the same time, Social Security payment increases are usually tied to formal calculations and policy decisions rather than one-time relief. These increases are often connected to cost of living adjustments, benefit formula changes, or administrative updates that affect how payments are calculated and distributed. When people hear about a Social Security increase, it is important to understand whether it is temporary or permanent, whether it applies to all beneficiaries or only certain groups, and how it fits into the broader system. One key reason these two changes are being discussed together is timing. Economic conditions have created a situation where short-term relief and longer-term benefit adjustments are both being considered necessary. For seniors, this combination matters because it can influence both immediate cash flow and future financial planning. A short-term stimulus-style payment can help cover urgent expenses, while a Social Security increase can improve stability over months and years. The current stimulus-related discussions focus on easing cost pressures that have not gone away. Inflation may slow in some areas, but many everyday expenses remain higher than they were just a few years ago. Seniors often feel this more strongly because they spend a larger portion of their income on necessities. Food prices, healthcare services, prescription drugs, and home utilities tend to rise steadily, and there is limited flexibility to offset those increases with additional work income. Stimulus measures aimed at seniors often recognize this reality. Rather than encouraging spending, they are designed to protect basic living standards. These measures can take different forms, including direct payments, credits applied to certain expenses, or adjustments that reduce out-of-pocket costs. The goal is to prevent small financial pressures from turning into serious hardship. On the Social Security side, payment increases are usually framed as adjustments rather than bonuses. These adjustments are meant to keep benefits aligned with the real cost of living over time. When costs rise faster than benefits, purchasing power declines. Even a modest increase can help slow that erosion, especially when applied consistently over time. It is also important to understand how these two changes interact psychologically. Hearing about stimulus updates can raise expectations of immediate relief, while hearing about Social Security increases can create hope for long-term improvement. When both are mentioned together, it can be difficult to separate what is guaranteed from what is still under discussion. That is why careful explanation matters. Many seniors worry about whether accepting stimulus-style assistance could affect their regular benefits. In most cases, properly designed relief programs are structured to avoid reducing Social Security payments. However, the rules can vary depending on the type of assistance and how it is classified. Understanding these distinctions helps prevent unnecessary fear or hesitation. Another issue that often comes up is timing. Social Security payments follow a regular schedule based on birth dates and benefit categories. Stimulus-related payments may follow different timelines. When both are happening around the same period, it is easy to misinterpret deposit changes or delays. Clear understanding helps avoid confusion when checking bank accounts or planning monthly expenses. Trust is another major factor. Seniors have seen many headlines over the years promising relief that did not always arrive as expected. As a result, there is understandable skepticism. A careful, fact based explanation helps rebuild confidence and allows people to plan realistically rather than relying on rumors or exaggerated claims. From a broader perspective, these changes reflect an ongoing debate about how society supports older adults. Longer life expectancy, rising healthcare costs, and economic volatility all put pressure on traditional retirement systems. Stimulus updates and Social Security adjustments are responses to these pressures, but they are not complete solutions. Understanding their limits is just as important as understanding their benefits. For individuals, the practical takeaway is that financial planning remains essential even when new support is introduced. Short-term relief should be used thoughtfully, and long-term increases should be incorporated into realistic budgets. Knowing what is changing allows seniors to make informed decisions about spending, saving, and seeking additional assistance if needed. The current update also highlights the importance of staying informed through reliable sources and clear explanations. Misinformation spreads quickly, especially when financial stress is involved. Taking the time to understand official changes helps protect against scams and false promises that target vulnerable populations. As these two changes unfold, it is helpful to focus on what they are meant to do. The stimulus-related measures aim to provide immediate support during a challenging economic period. The Social Security payment increase aims to preserve purchasing power and financial stability over time. Together, they represent an effort to address both short-term and long-term needs. These measures are often designed to complement existing benefits rather than replace them. That distinction is crucial. Social Security is meant to provide a stable foundation, while stimulus-style support acts as a cushion during unusual or extended periods of strain. When both are discussed together, it reflects an understanding that seniors need both reliability and flexibility in their financial support. Another aspect to consider is how these updates are communicated. Headlines and informal discussions can blur the lines between confirmed changes and proposals still under review. Seniors deserve clear, accurate explanations so they can plan with confidence rather than reacting to rumors. A careful breakdown helps separate what is already in effect from what is still being discussed. Stimulus-related support can also interact with other forms of assistance that seniors may already use. Housing support, food assistance, energy relief, and healthcare subsidies are all part of a broader network. When new relief is introduced, it is usually designed to work within that network rather than disrupt it. Understanding this helps reduce fears that one benefit might cancel out another. On the Social Security side, payment increases follow a more structured process. These increases are usually based on established formulas and policy decisions rather than short-term economic reactions. The goal is to ensure that benefits maintain their value over time. While these adjustments may not always feel dramatic, their cumulative effect can be significant, especially for those who rely on Social Security as their primary income source. It is also important to recognize that Social Security increases are not uniform in their impact. The percentage increase may be the same, but the dollar amount varies depending on an individual's benefit level. For someone receiving a smaller monthly payment, even a modest increase can make a meaningful difference. For someone with higher benefits, the increase may help offset larger expenses. In both cases, the purpose is to preserve purchasing power. When stimulus updates and Social Security increases happen around the same time, they can reinforce each other. Temporary relief can help address immediate needs, while adjusted monthly payments provide ongoing support. Together, they can create a sense of stability during uncertain periods. This combined effect is one reason these changes are being discussed as part of a single update rather than separate developments. Another key point is how these changes affect budgeting. Seniors often plan their finances carefully, balancing fixed expenses with limited flexibility. Knowing whether additional support is temporary or ongoing helps with those plans. A one-time or short-term payment may be best used for catching up on bills, addressing deferred expenses, or building a small emergency buffer. A permanent increase in monthly benefits can be incorporated into regular budgeting decisions. Healthcare costs deserve special attention in this discussion. Medical expenses are one of the largest and most unpredictable costs for older adults. Even with insurance coverage, co-payments, prescriptions, and specialized care can add up quickly. Both stimulus-style relief and Social Security increases can help manage these costs, either by providing extra funds or by improving overall income stability. Housing is another major concern. Rent, property taxes, maintenance, and utilities continue to rise in many areas. Seniors who own their homes outright still face ongoing costs, while those who rent may see regular increases. Additional financial support can help prevent housing insecurity and reduce stress related to meeting monthly obligations. Food costs also play a significant role in senior budgets. Nutritious food is essential for health, but prices can fluctuate and strain limited incomes. Relief measures that ease financial pressure indirectly support better nutrition and overall well-being. This connection between financial support and health outcomes is an important reason policymakers focus on seniors when designing these programs. Emotional well-being is another factor often overlooked in financial discussions. Financial uncertainty can lead to anxiety, stress, and a sense of loss of control. Clear information about support measures and benefit adjustments can provide reassurance. Knowing what to expect allows seniors to focus on daily life rather than constant worry about finances. It is also helpful to understand the broader context in which these changes occur. Social Security is part of a long-standing system designed to provide basic security in retirement and disability. Stimulus-style measures are more recent tools used to address extraordinary circumstances. When both are applied thoughtfully, they reflect an effort to adapt existing systems to modern challenges. For families, these updates can influence decisions about caregiving and support. Adult children and relatives often help seniors manage finances or plan for future needs. Clear understanding of available support helps families coordinate their efforts and avoid unnecessary strain. It also supports more honest conversations about budgeting, housing, and healthcare planning. Another practical consideration is record keeping and monitoring payments. When changes occur, it is wise for seniors to pay close attention to their statements and deposits. Understanding what has changed and why helps identify errors early and reduces confusion. Staying organized can make a significant difference during periods of adjustment. The discussion of stimulus updates and Social Security increases also highlights the importance of financial literacy at every age. Even simple explanations can empower seniors to make informed choices. Understanding how benefits work, why they change, and how to use them effectively supports independence and confidence. Looking ahead, these changes may not be the last adjustments seniors experience. Economic conditions continue to evolve, and policies will adapt in response. Staying informed and flexible helps seniors navigate these shifts more smoothly. It also reinforces the value of clear, respectful communication about financial matters. The combined focus on stimulus support and Social Security adjustments suggests a recognition that older adults face unique challenges. Fixed incomes, health needs, and limited earning opportunities require thoughtful policy responses. While no single change solves every problem, each adjustment can contribute to greater stability and dignity. As these updates take effect, it is important to remember their purpose. They are meant to support, not complicate, the lives of seniors. Clear understanding and careful planning allow individuals to benefit fully from these measures without unnecessary stress. In summary, the two changes discussed here work together to address both immediate and long-term financial needs. Stimulus-style support offers temporary relief during challenging times, while Social Security payment increases aim to protect purchasing power over the long term. Together, they reflect an effort to respond to economic realities and support the well-being of older adults. The most important takeaway is that knowledge empowers stability. By understanding how these changes work, seniors can plan more confidently, manage their resources more effectively, and feel more secure in their daily lives. Staying informed, organized, and realistic allows these updates to serve their intended purpose.